You know that feeling? That little spike of panic when your phone's about to die and you're nowhere near an outlet? Your chest tightens a bit. You start calculating. Can I make it home? Do I have a portable battery? When's the last time I actually talked to someone without this thing? It's ridiculous, right? It's just a phone. But that feeling is ancient. About 1 million years ago, something felt the exact same way. Not about a phone, about fire. And honestly, we never really kicked the habit. We just found new things to be addicted to. This is the story of how fire broke us and how we've been trying to fix ourselves ever since. Picture this. You're not quite human yet. You're Homo erectus. Small brain, big gut, basically a walking stomach with anxiety. And you've spent your entire life, every ancestor before you, going back millions of years, running from fire. It's death. It's destruction. It's teeth with smoke. You smell it, you run. Simple as that. But tonight, something's different. The fire's passed through. The grass is black. The air smells like something else, something interesting. And instead of keeping going, you stop. You turn around. Why? I mean, seriously, why walk toward the thing that kills you? Every instinct says no. Every survival lesson your mother taught you says run. But something pulls you closer. And then you see it. It's beautiful. Not useful yet. Not warm yet. Just beautiful. And here's the wild part. Staring into flames actually drops your blood pressure. It puts you in this trance state, half awake, half dreaming. Scientists call it quiet wakefulness. I call it the original Netflix. No wonder we couldn't look away. But here's the thing nobody talks about. Fire wasn't just found. It had to be kept. Someone had to stay up with it. Someone had to find the right wood, not too green, not too dry. Someone had to poke it, feed it, nurse it through the night. And that person, they couldn't leave, couldn't sleep, couldn't stop. Because if they did, we became caretakers to our own captivity, and we didn't even know it yet. So now you're the keeper. Congratulations. Worst job in the prehistoric world. And I'm not exaggerating. This wasn't some honored position. This was grunt work. While everyone else slept, actually rested, you were up, poking, feeding, watching. Because fire is needy. Fire is a hungry thing that never stops eating and never says thank you. You had to know which wood caught fast and which smoldered slow. Had to read the wind so sparks didn't leap into the grass. Had to remember which embers were worth saving and which were dead already. All while your brain screamed for sleep. And here's what broke you. You couldn't stop. If you walked away, even for an hour, poof, cold ashes, back to square one, back to the dark, back to being prey again. We found skeletons in ancient camps, not from predators, not from violence, just people who sat too close to fires for too many years. Eye damage from staring at flames, respiratory diseases from smoke, spines curved from hunching. They literally worked themselves to death keeping this thing alive. And when it actually happened, when fire died, it wasn't just inconvenient, it was social catastrophe. Imagine the conversation. Not that they had words like ours, but the meaning was clear. You had one job, and now we're cold. Now we're hungry. Now the hyenas are watching us again. Exile for losing the fire. We know this happened because we see it in primate groups today. Ostracism for failure. And for a social species, that's death sentence. Wonderwerk Cave. 1,000,000-year-old ash layers. Beautiful, consistent, deep. Generation after generation of fire. Then, nothing. Cold rock. Centuries of no fire. What happened? Maybe a flash flood. The keeper dies, the embers drown, nobody else knows how to start it. Maybe the group splits. Some leave with the precious coals, the rest are left behind. Maybe disease takes the fire tenders first because they breathe more smoke, and suddenly the knowledge dies with them. We don't know, but we know they suffered. You can read it in the tools above that cold layer, suddenly crude again, rushed, desperation napping. And in the bones, more fractures, more stress markers, shorter lives. They were eating raw food again, getting less nutrition, sleeping worse, getting hunted more. That's not we forgot how to use a tool. That's withdrawal from the most important technology we ever had. And when they found it again, when they caught that distant smell of wood smoke, saw that faint glow on the horizon, they'd run for days, barely eating, barely sleeping, just chasing. Because finding fire again wasn't survival, it was relief. It was the end of anxiety. It was coming home. And nobody asked where it came from. Nobody cared about the ethics. The fire was back. The warmth was back. The predators stayed away. And that feeling, that relief, that's what hooked us forever. That's not tool use. That's addiction, friends. Plain and simple. We weren't using fire, we were using fire, and we needed it to feel okay. So this is where we got desperate. Not curious, desperate. Because here's the thing about dependency. Eventually, you run out of dealers. Lightning doesn't strike on schedule. Volcanoes don't erupt for your convenience. Other groups stop being generous when they're struggling too. You need your own supply. You need to make it yourself. And this was hard. Not, oops, let me try again hard. This was months of failure. Years. Generations, maybe. Because you don't just rub sticks together and get fire. You need the right wood. Hardwood spindle, softwood board. You need the right pressure. Not too hard, not too soft. You need the right speed. Sustained, exhausting speed. And even then, you get a coal. A tiny, fragile, easily killed coal that you have to nurse into flame with perfect tinder and perfect breath and perfect timing. One mistake and it's gone. One breath too hard, one drop of sweat, one moment of distraction, back to nothing. But when it works, when you made it, that's not just warmth. That's power. That's control. That's never having to beg for embers again. Never having to exile the keeper. Never having to feel that panic of cold ashes. And we taught everyone, obsessively, because one person knowing wasn't enough. What if they died? What if they left? Everyone needed to know. Children learned before they could hunt. Elders demonstrated even when they couldn't walk. Fire making became the essential skill. More important than throwing spears. More important than reading tracts. Because without fire, nothing else mattered. And look where it led. Every technology since has been the same pattern. Find the flame, get hooked, panic when it threatens to go out, build something, anything to keep it alive. Repeat. Agriculture? That's just fire for food scaled up. We burned forests to plant crops, burned calories to tend them, burned the surplus to build cities. Electricity? Fire without smoke, without limit, without visible cost. The internet? Fire that cannot go out. Literally can't, because we've built so much dependency that the panic would be civilization-wide. We have buildings now that exist just to keep the fire going. Thousands of people working night shifts just like the ancient keepers, making sure the embers don't die. And we don't even see it as strange anymore. That 2% panic you felt, it's not about the phone. It's not about modern life or technology addiction or kids these days. It's about 1,000,000 years of evolutionary memory, of knowing deep in your bones exactly what happens when the light dies, when the keeper fails, when the cold comes back. We've built entire civilizations around preventing that feeling, and we're still anxious. Thank you for watching this video, and please like and subscribe if you are interested in more videos like this.